Yo, what is up, it's your boy J Johnny, back with another video. Hi today. So today we're going to be taking a look at Emphrostrix. As you guys can clearly see on the screen right now, we finally have an effect for it. For those of you who say that we always had an effect for Emphrostrix, it just got changed. Emphrostrix's original effect was literally an inverse of Emphrostrix. Okay, so it was a beta effect. We don't consider beta effects actual effects. Okay, like we don't consider, Elechick to search a wind Elestral. That wasn't, it's not its effect, okay? It was an old effect from the beta. We don't consider those effects. So don't go like, oh, we always had an effect. We always knew its effect. We never knew its effect. We never knew its effect, okay? Like, just stop. So, start off, well, let's look at the Emphrostrix, okay? You can expend 2 Frost and discard the Emphrostrix in order to special cast an Elestral with an enchantment cost, Frost from your Underworld. So its stats don't matter, because you're using a sports effect, which is going to be to special cast an Elestral from the Underworld. This is basically a cheaper Rise from the Ashes, and a lot of us have been saying, like, if Rise from the Ashes was just a 2 cost, then we'd be playing it. Some people are still playing Rise from the Ashes as a 3 cost. I think that's dumb. But, I mean, like, it works for people, so hey, let them do it. But we do see a 2-cost Rise from the Ashes in front of us right now, which is really insane. Of course, it only targets 1 cost, but, I mean, that lets you skip Ascensions. And one of the things that I've been able to say, like, for the longest time is cheating Ascensions is probably going to be the strongest, like, effect in the game. I mean, look at whenever we were talking about Tadpuff. Like, there's a video on the other channel, me saying Tadpuff's going to be the most broken card of the game. It's just not a matter of time. It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other 2 Frost cards that we have right now, because I feel like we might be able to ascertain some synergy. I've been able to see a synergy. Okay, so let's take a look at Cryoling. Okay, Cryoling right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so take a look at Cryoling. Cryoling's effect is this Cryoling gets +1 attack for each Frost in your Underworld. When this Cryoling has attack greater than 6, you must destroy it or special send it to Cryovern from your hand or deck. There's probably some timing stuff that has probably been fixed. I want to say as something has probably happened at this point. But I think this is a very strong effect. I sincerely think this is a powerful effect. This is probably the greatest effect that's in the game right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Being at 6 attack, it is the only Elestral. Okay, so let me start up by saying, I think that this is going to have a timing. I think that its second effect, is Force Ascend, is going to have a timing, because right now the way it seems is you could be mid-combat and the Elestral could be destroyed. That's the way that it seems right now, is that you can be in Battle Step 3, and you could go like Gorgon's Gaze to suppress an Elestral's effect, or I don't think you could activate Battle Step 3, but the point is, there's most likely a timing, whether it's draw phase, end phase. I'm leaning more towards, I don't know, like it could be draw phase. We don't know what Cryovern does, but so that part doesn't matter. Okay, the thing is, it's destroyed. I think it would be end phase, because you can pop it during your end phase and then bring it back during your main phase using using Emphrostrix. So I'm gonna go with it. It's like, let's say, like, it has an end phase, because there's a lot of problems with the flat, like, pop itself, which we can make another video about that later on. But this is the rough concept of the card. Okay, we all know how Dan has done card design in the past. He gets a rough idea, he tells us the rough idea, and then, like, we clean it up as we go. Okay, so this is just the rough idea. Okay, so anyways, this Cryoling gets +1 for each Frost in your Underworld. So here's the thing: if this goes to the Underworld, not the second it hits 6, but in general, then you're looking at, like, cast Nectar of the Gods, cast Nectar of the Gods, cast Drops, cast I don't know. We don't know the Frost. I'm still on the side that it's gonna be Frostometer, but that's just me. Cast a meter, or whatever the Frost God is gonna be, right? And then disenchant from it, so you'll be at 3, be at 4. Go like another Nectar of the Gods. I don't know, okay? This is ideas, okay? There's ways that this could be strong, is all I'm trying to say. There's ways this can be strong, because you could probably pop out the Cryovern on turn 2. Or 1, depending on the timing, which I sincerely think that this has to have a timing window. I don't think that this is going to stay the way it is. We can have that discussion later. We can have the discussion later. We can talk about that later. Right now, we're talking about the synergy between Emphrostrix. Okay, so Emphrostrix can discard itself to special cast another Cryo-Link, which can special cast a Cryovern during the in-phase / draw phase / immediately. One way or the other, you can get another body out as soon as possible, right? So that's pretty strong. I've already talked about multiple times about how powerful 6 attacker can be. I mean, there's a deck called 5 Guys. 6 is bigger than 5. Math facts with Johnny. So this is actually kind of insane. This is kind of insane. Okay. Now I do have to pause recording here because the only yeah, I'm gonna pause recording here and we're gonna come back to this. Okay. Alright, so the one other Frost 1-cost Celestial that we know is Chilotl. When you cast this Chilotl, you can target up to 2 face down runes as long as the Chilotl is enchanted. The target runes cannot be cast. So, here's a cool little thing, right? If you ascend Chilotl, Chilotl's effect no longer impacts the cards that were targeted by Chilotl. However, if you ascend Chilotl and then use Emphrostrix to bring back Chilotl, you then have the ability to relock those back row. You can also activate Emphrostrix's effect to special cast Chilotl, which will allow you to lock those back row as it is. So, there's a lot of synergy that comes from Emphrostrix and Chilotl. I think that seeing Emphrostrix has kind of shown us the way that we're going to be able to playing, you know, Frost is grave manipulation, ETB effects, effects that activate during the end phase / main phase. I definitely think that's like kind of like my idea of what we're going to be seeing for Frost is just kind of like being able to recur card effects that can control the board, if that makes sense. So I think that's the idea of what we're going to be looking at when it comes to Frost. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. God knows I've been wrong before, but I have been wrong before. So that's always the possibility. Now I do wanna add one more little like hey, you know, like what's up with this little caveat to the Emphrostrix, because I feel like I haven't seen somebody mention this. It may just be me not like paying much attention to the official Discord, but I haven't seen somebody mention this. You can expend 2 Frost and discard this Emphrostrix in order to special cast an Elestral with enchantment cost Frost from your underworld. This doesn't say with Frost. So, we just got a crazy, insane consistency tool for a lot of decks. A lot of decks. So, hypothetically speaking, right? The deck that I consistently say is super strong is Waspyre. I say it's 1 card away from being tier 0. I don't think that it itself, as of right now, is a problem, but I do think it's like 1 to 2 cards away from being, you know, broken. And I think this could be one of those cards that could, you know, make it broken. For example, if we have Scout, right? We have Scout. We have a Frost Bear that is confirmed, and we know that we're getting more Frost Bears. If Scout is destroyed in battle, it can special cast a Frost Bear enchanted with fire. If that Scout or that new bear, Scout Nexus Form. Okay, we're gonna call it Scout Nexus Form because I can't think of another name for it, and I don't remember its actual name. And so we're just gonna go with Scout Nexus Form. If Scout Nexus Form is special cast with fire, obviously you're going to destroy it, right? Well, Emphrostrix can expend 2 Frost to special cast Scout Nexus Form with fire. See where I'm going with this? Now, again, consistency tools, okay? We are still missing all the consistency tools to make this deck strong, but every day we grow 1 step closer to it. That being said, Frost is looking really cool, no pun intended, and I'm looking really forward to being able to test out these really chill cards. So that being said, this has been J Johnny. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for stopping by the Elestral Emporium. Please come again. I screwed up my outro. Oh my god.